Okay, alright. Meanwhile, okay, let me just saya pun tak tahu kenapa ni, too many overlapping windows are causing shared cannot be blocked by operating system close. Oh, so saya kena minimize lah Kenapa? Okay, tak apalah. Kita just carry on je lah, tengok macam mana ni.
Nampak
Sekejap
slide-nya
ya.
okey je, Dr. Sheila.
Ya.
Dia
Sebab kat sini
memang
depan saya dia tulis too many.
betul, semalam pun
Okay,
ada
biarkan saja
macam tu. Rasanya ignore je. Tak ganggu.
So Dr. Lia tak nampak ya the word yang black ni, too many overlapping windows ni?
Tak ada. I just see your
Nampak slide saja.
betul.
Okay, alright. Okay, should I use the slideshow ke? Dia tak nak pula benda ni. Slideshow pun tak nak. Okay, saya continue saja apa yang boleh ya, sebab tak boleh pula nak gerak benda ni. Subhanallah. Saya dah panik dah ni. Sekejap ya. Okay. Alright. Boleh dengar ke?
Boleh,
Ke
Dr.
saya
Sheila.
lagging?
Dr. Sheila lag,
Ya.
tapi cara dia Dr. Sheila kena tutup webcam, lepas tu boleh teruskan. Sebab kalau buka webcam dan juga PowerPoint, dia akan hang kat situ.
Oh, okay.
Dia berat sikit Webex ni.
Sekejap ya, macam mana saya... Okay. Saya nak klik kat mana ni? Oh Allah,
Stop
stop video Ke macam, not stop video. Saya stop video.
Video tu, stop video adalah webcam tu.
Okay, kejap ya. Saya punya internet pun a bit slow lah. Sabar ya, student. Hello, Dr. Yati.
Dr. Sheila.
Saya punya lagging lah. Saya memang tengah freeze sekarang ni.
Sebab
Sebentar ya.
tu Dr. Sheila kena switch off webcam dan boleh share semula slide.
I'm trying now. Dia tengah buffering ni.
Cara tu Dr. Yati, dah kat chat box ada link untuk attendance and all students. Dia minta ya semua partisipan untuk mengisi attendance untuk sesi pagi ini ada di ruangan chat. Linknya sila isi ya.
Okay. Allahu Akbar. Dr. Yati, can you hear me, Dr. Yati, Dr. Lia?
Boleh Dr. Sila.
Boleh ke, Dr. Yati? Oh,
Boleh
okay,
dengar, boleh
okay.
dengar.
I'm,
Dr.
I'm
Sila
going to
boleh
share again,
share
ya.
slide.
Sorry. Okay, I'm going to share again the PowerPoint slide. Okay, alright. Boleh dengar, eh? Clear tak? Ke lagging?
Clear.
Okay, alright. Okay, I'm sharing now.
Okay.
Okay. Dapat, ya?
Belum lagi. Belum keluar lagi slide-nya Dr. Sila.
Okay, saya... Dah dapat dah?
Belum lagi.
Dr. Yati? Belum
Saya
lagi? Sebab saya kat depan ni
kalau
saya dah
dekat
dapat dah.
kalau dekat saya belum lagi. Kalau dekat yang lain macam mana? Nampak tak slide-nya? Okay, baru nampak. Baru nampak Dr. Sila?
Nampak, ya?
Mm-mm.
Okay, dan saya pula dia lagging balik, ya Allah. Saya
Cuba Dr. Sila bila nak move tu klik dekat slide yang tepi. Jangan pakai arrow up and down.
slide tepi,
Yes. Dan dia gerak. Senyap Dr. Sila.
Dengar tak?
Okey,
Saya
baru,
punya network connection tadi.
baru dengar.
Ya Allah. Saya. Subhanallah. Okay, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay. So, kita akan terus continue. Alright, hopefully my line is good. Kejap ada, kejap tidak ni. Okay, boleh Dr. Lia dengar ya?
Yes, dengar.
Alright. Okay, just continue. Lagi. Saya tak boleh movekan saya punya PowerPoint slide pula. Ya Allah.
Dah klik tepi tu.
Dr. Lia.
Dr. Sila WhatsApp dekat saya slide boleh? Saya try. I try play for you, share for you.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam.
Sorry for asking. Nama saya Akmal. Saya dari semester 8. Saya nak bertanya, macam kami, part 8, we already like isi the ethics application. So saya nak bertanya, maaflah kalau soalan saya macam kurang kena kan untuk pagi ni. Just nak bertanya lah, sebab kami dah isi research ethics punya application, adakah TESOL untuk part 8 masih perlu join untuk sesi pagi ni?
Nanti kita tunggu Dr. Rosilawati atau Dr. Yati untuk jawab.
Baik, terima kasih.
Okay, terima kasih Akmal. Semua dah hang ni tengok.
Okay, boleh dengar saya balik tak?
Okey Sila, boleh.
Okay, okay. Okay, right.
Sila, pass to me your slide. I try share for you.
Okay. I'm gonna send it to you. The WhatsApp, eh?
Okay, in the meantime tadi Sila dengar tak soalan dari Akmal?
Dengar juga sikit pasal yang semester 8 student TESOL ya. Need to attend or not?
Dia tak apa, you settle send first, nanti you jawab soalan.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay students, this is Dr. Lia. Sementara tunggu Dr. Sila settle dia punya slide. Okay, connection. Can I confirm with you by groups, okay? Which semester are you? Because some programs dia letak semester 8 but actually students are in semester 7 or vice versa, yeah? So let me just double check. Maybe just one reps can to answer for me. Okay, let's start with TESOL 241 8A. Are you semester 8 final semester or you are actually semester 7? Boleh cakap tak? I saw in the chat box tapi I prefer somebody to bercakap, please. TESOL dulu.
If I may,
Okay.
for ED 241, 8A, 8B, and 8C, we
Okay.
are currently in the final semester. And for our AE, we are already at the phase of data collection.
Okay,
We
and
are
last
supposed
time, and last time you fill in the ethics form, but then we cancel it, right? Right?
that one I'm not so sure if the form was cancelled, but in terms of the we have to attend this taklimat in
You
terms of
already attended.
yes in semester 5 and semester 7.
Sorry if I may
Yes,
interrupt.
please.
Okay.
Last time in the AE group chat, for our batch it was cancelled because we received the memo from Dr. Yati that said yang AE punya REC punya ethics forms ni is macam ditundakan untuk next batch. That's why some of us already started
Yes.
collecting data and all. So
Yes, I remember. Some of you had filled in, and then in the middle we say we will postpone it for you. Okay, thank you. So
okay,
Tessa,
Doctor.
final semester is the for AE also. Okay, what about arts 242? I have in my list 7A and 7B. Wakil belajar? Are you really in semester 7 or 8? Tu nak bercakap. Anybody can?
Ya,
242.
Doktor.
Ya, siapa tu?
Anis.
Okay. So
Uh,
you are semester
7.
final
Also we are
7 eh?
Yes.
Betul semester 7 lah ya, bukan semester
7.
final. Okay, so this semester you all register juga untuk AE ke tidak?
No, Doktor.
Kan ya.
Yes.
Okay. And then did you remember attending this talk on ethics? Tak ingat lah tu. Group arts. Pernah tak dengar ethics punya talk? Anybody, orang lain dari group arts? Did you remember? Ingat pula dah semuanya.
Pernah Doktor, masa part 5.
Part 5 masa research method. Okay, tapi you all diarahkan untuk isi borang ethics tak?
Belum lagi.
Lagi. Thank you, arts program. Okay, let's go to PJK 246. I have in my list 5A and 5B. Okay. Are you in your final semester now, PJK?
We are the last batch that one semester will be in the final semester and another one will be the second last semester.
Okay, slowly PJK selalu confusing sikit. So group 5A now is last semester, betul?
Group 7A tengah semester akhir, group 7B practicum and then 78 masuk balik.
Sekejap, kenapa I ada nak nombor 5A and 5B?
Doktor, actually part 7. So dekat dalam sistem kita orang ada 5, part 5 je. Kelas part 5. So actually kita orang part 7.
Okay, ED 246 part 7A. Okay, so part 7A ni yang final semester sekarang.
Kita orang tengah final.
Okay, wait Okay, maksudnya ni last semester kan, you all yang dulu dari diploma group ya. Okay, what about 246 7B? Final semester juga ke?
Tak doktor, dia orang ada satu lagi semester.
So 7B, PJK memang betul group semester 7 lah. Lagi satu ya. Alright. Alright, thank you. What about sciences pula? 247. 8A, betul final semester ke? Physics. 7. Wakil please.
Second last semester, Doktor.
Last semester?
second last.
Second last. So sebenarnya you adalah semester 7.
Yes.
Okay. Pening ni ya. Okay, coordinator dia guna. So are you registering for AE this semester? Semester ni register untuk AE tak?
Tak ada dok.
Tak. I'm asking sebab I pun dah pening you all punya. Tak tak register Orang Filipin je tu, betul ke?
Tak ada doktor, sorry.
Okay, tak register. Baik. Okay, what about 248 8A? For 8, you all group final semester ke tidak?
Bukan doktor. Semester
Bukan?
7.
7 juga ya?
Betul.
Okay, 7A dan you all register tak untuk AE?
Tak register juga.
Tak register juga. Dah pernah dengar tak talk ethics ni?
Ethics pernah doktor.
Masa research
Masa
matter
part 5. Betul.
Okay. Okay, finally group 260 chemistry. Walaupun actually part 7 ya.
Part 7.
7 dan tidak register AE. Okay. Ada group mathematics tak? I don't have in my list. Tak ada group matematik kan?
Ada doktor.
Ada?
Ada.
Kesian dia jap. Group apa mathematics ni?
ED 249.
49.
7A, 7B, 7C.
3 group. And are you in your final semester?
Sem 7. Tapi dah pernah join taklimat ni masa sem 5. Sama macam fizik dengan kemis.
Dan semester ini register untuk AE ke tidak?
Tak. Edu je.
Belum lagi okay. Yalah semester. Okay, right. Thank you very much for your response. Alright, so back to Dr. Sila. Dah macam mesyuarat dah kita ni.
Ya, Dr.
Sila,
Lia.
are you here? Okay.
Hmm.
So berdasarkan feedback dari student tadi kita nampak few of them are in their final semester. Okay, I repeat kalau silap betul kan. Semester program TESOL A, B and C is in their final semester and they are registering for AE. Okay, tapi ini group yang dah exempted daripada ethics hari tu. Okay, and then similarly dengan yang final semester adalah group PJK, group A. Right. While the rest, program arts, PJK group B and sciences 247, 248, 260 and all mathematics 2497A, 7B and 7C, they are all in semester 7 and are not registering for AE this semester. but all the students have listened to talks on ethics. Okay. So apakah decision kita? The question tadi dari Akmal dan I'm sure daripada semua pelajar, adakah mereka perlu juga listen to this session ataupun mengisi borang atau bagaimana? Silakan Dr. Sila.
Okay, alright. Minta maaf tadi ya pelajar-pelajar because mine was so very bad. Okay, okay now let us continue with this. Yeah. Well, put it like this. Yeah, the semester 8 student that are TESOL, yeah, all the three groups are in the final semester. And then PJK Group A is also in the final semester, whereas the others are semester 7, right? And some of you already heard the talk, okay? All right, now let us just go through with the semester 8 students. So we decide that, yeah? So the semester 8 student, so basically you already been exempted, and then also that you're already in the semester 8, okay? So in that, yeah, we, how to say this, yeah? So you will be exempted, yeah? Inshallah, you'll be exempted from applying for this yeah, because you're either in the 8th semester and then you already been exempted. But for those in the semester 7, even though you'll be exempted last semester, maybe you're in the semester 6, but now you're semester 7, you still have to fill in for the application form because you still have another 2 semesters to go. Yeah. So regardless whether you already been exempted last semester or previously, so you still have to fill in the form this time around. Okay. And the purpose of having this taklimat anyway, for those who need to fill in the form, because the form has changed in the matter whereby, not to say the content, but the how should I say, the title and so on, a few things. So we are using so-called a new form. Yeah, so so-called a new form, so meaning that even though you already fill in the previous time, you still have to fill in the new one. Yeah, except that as I mentioned just now, the content does not change a lot. It didn't change at all, but the REC UiTM has decided that it needs to be collapsed here, a few forms, and make it into 2 or 3 forms instead of 5 forms. Okay? All right, Dr. Leah?
Okay, noted. So can we say that we can excuse those who are in their semester 8 so that they can leave for this session and not because they do not need to fill in the form, kan?
Yeah,
Boleh,
yeah.
Alright.
Just final words for the semester 8 student.
Okay.
Just in case if you pursue your study to the master's program later on, and you will be doing the postgrad master's by coursework, you will be facing this situation again. You need to fill in the borang etik. All right. So just earlier notification, just in case you want to proceed with your ITM. Yeah, our faculty doing the master's program by coursework. All right. Okay.
Alright, having said that, I hereby allow all those semester 8, yeah, I'm not mistaken tadi, TESOL groups A, B, C, you can leave this session, and also PJK group 7A, yeah, okay.
Okay.
So you can leave the session, have a break, meet again for the next session at 11, yeah. The rest semester 7 ni kita stay untuk dengar balik taklimat, tak apa, refresh sebab nanti you kena isi balik korang tu. Alright? Okay. Thank you
Alright,
semester
all the
8.
best to you all.
Have a good breakfast.
Thank you, Doctor, and sorry for the inconvenience.
No
No, that is
problem.
okay.
Kita pun minta maaf juga ada kekeliruan.
Because this is rather a new thing for the faculty as well, because they started to implement undergrads also have to fill in for the application. So we have to think about the processes, we have to think about a lot of things, especially about our students who are different semester when they're taking the AE, different practicum and so on. Ada yang register, ada yang tak register, and so on and so forth. Yeah, so inshallah, hopefully that after this the process will be much more easier, and also it will be, not to say easier, the process will be much more smoothly flow. Yeah, inshallah. Okay. Alright, so for those, boleh tak saya nak tengok tangan sedikit? Alright, so those who have not attended Tapi semudah kot ya, because you had
Semudah
attended.
masa masa
Semester
research
5.
method.
Alright,
Tapi
so
asyik
macam
nak
tu
review balik tu.
saya lompat je lah ya, saya lompat sedikit Dr. Lia.
Nak ke mana slide?
Terus ke slide, saya rasa masuk ke slide yang kelima. Slide kelima.
Tak boleh tapi bila buat tak gerak. Okay. Slide kelima.
Okay, slide kelima tu tambahan sedikit di bawah tu lah ya. Because previously, as I mentioned just now, basically semua research ethic application supposed to be going up the hill. Yeah, up the hill meaning that induk lah REC UiTM. But after they have agreed that they macam mana turun kuasa kan, yeah, so they put it the faculty as the responsible entity to allow and to endorse the students punya ethics application at the level of undergraduate and as well as postgraduate by coursework. Yeah, so those who do the master's program by research, they still have to go through the processes of sending the form up to the hill, up to your ITM Indo. So you see that for UG and PG by coursework, proposal will be approved at the faculty level unless, okay, there's unless as well, unless the research is categorized as more than minimal risk, the proposal will be sent to be approved by the UiTM. Okay, so what does it mean by more minimal risk? So I think this one also we have to go through a bit just to have a little bit of an idea what does it mean by minimal risk or more than minimal risk. Okay, Dr. Lia can continue. Okay, next one. Next slide. Okay, so here to just to recap again, there are balik tadi Dr. Lia 7. Slide number 7, Dr. Lia, thank you. Alright, so for those students, again to just to recap and to review, there are 4 categories of decision made on ethics approval application. So approve, conditional approve, represent, not approve. Of course, kita tak nak lah sampai to the extent to represent. Selalunya represent is whereby either your research proposal is categorized as more than minimal risk, whereby you need to present kenapa you need to conduct the research and how you're going to conduct research and so on, or not approved at all, tapi not approved at all ni selalu jarang sangat lah okay, selalu not approved, insyaAllah tak berlaku lah okay, and then approve, fine, conditional approve whereby you have certain corrections that need to be done, whether like for example your language in terms of what you do not complete to fill in terms of research design, maybe that you left out certain things in the form, so the form will be written back to the applicant, which is you, your student, as a student, and then you need to make the correction. Once you do the corrections, then you have to return back your form to the faculty secretariat, and then only that it will be later on put into meetings and then be approved. So basically the process is that even though I did not put the process or the flow chart here because it's still in draft, but basically it's whereby when you fill in the form, you fill in the form, then you submit to the faculty. Dr. Yati will inform you the link for you to submit the borang, the application forms and all. Dia akan buat satu memo nanti, so for you to fill in, for you to submit the link, and then you put it in the link, and then the secretariat will go through, and then after that they will go give your application form to the reviewer, okay, the reviewer in the faculty. So the reviewer will go through you punya application. So if everything will be good, nothing is it's okay, everything with your application form, then your application form will go into the faculty meeting for us to minute it and then endorse it and then giving you a letter of approval. So it will be easy, that is straightforward. But if let's say that the reviewers make comments that you need to make corrections here and there, your form will be written back to you, and you have to do the corrections, and that corrections have to be written back to secretariat, and secretariat will send back to the reviewer, and then only that the reviewer will go through again, and then after that, if everything is okay, then it will go into the meeting. So basically the meeting is the last point before a letter of approval, letter of endorsement will be issued to the student. Then only that you can collect the data. All right, so hopefully that does not happen. So hopefully that your bora is all completed and nice, yeah, in good condition with everything inside it, yeah, as being recommended. Okay, all right, Dr. Leah, next, Dr. Leah. Okay, so this is basically some explanation regarding what is conditional approved, yeah, a fresh application and so on. So I just want to highlight the first number one. Applicant whose application is subject to conditional approval must submit the daily amendment documents within 1 week from the date of letter issued by the faculty REC informing the same. So as I mentioned just now, if you have to make corrections, so the correction must be done within 1 week only. Then you have to return it. So as that the process will go very quickly for you to get the endorsement. Okay, now I've discussed with Dr. Yati, okay, for all of you students here who need to fill in the form from today's date, yeah, from today's date, and when do you need to submit, the last date of the submission will be 2 weeks from now. Okay, will be 2 weeks from now. So you have to look into you have to download the borangs and everything to fill in, to go through with your supervisor later on. Yeah, then you have to submit within these 2 weeks time. Dr. Yati will give you the link. She will give you some sort of memo notification of what need to be done later. Okay. All right, Dr. Leah. Next slide. Okay, now this is some explanation regarding minimal risk or more than minimal risk. Yeah, so it says that review applications of ethics approval for research involving human. You have decided the category of risk, yeah, minimal risk, the probability and magnitude of harm or discomfort anticipated by the research are not greater in and of themselves than those ordinarily encountered in daily life or during the performance of routine physical or psychological examination or test. So like for example, most of the students are doing like some sort of survey, interview, perspective, look into perspective and so on. It does not require you, like for example, maybe from students from health science, they need to use blood, extract blood from patient, for example. That will consider as more than minimal risk. Okay, so in the category of our students, basically over here, I would say that in general, yeah, it will be minimal risk. But again, it depends on your application lah. Tengok macam mana your participant, how you go about with it. Tapi I would say generally lah, it will be minimal risk. Yeah. Okay. Next, Dr. Leah. More than minimal risk. Okay, so you look at the left side, what is the minimal risk, and what is on the right side, more than minimal risk. If your research proposal falls in any of the categories on the right side, which is more than minimal risk, okay, so the channel of your paper will be sent to the REC UITM Indo. Yeah, because they need to scrutinize, they need to look into your paper, how you go about with your proposals and your research and so on. Yeah, meaning that there is another channel that will be looking into your proposal. Yeah, if not, otherwise it will be minimal risk, it will be at the level of the faculty. If more than minimal risk, the faculty, after the review did their work and then decided that it's more than minimal risk, then your form will be sent to the REC UITM Indo. Okay, Dr. Leah, next.
Tak gerak ya?
Tak gerak. Next slide, boleh? Okay. Alright, so these are some of the examples of more than minimal risk. I think Dr. Leah will share this PowerPoint slide later on, so you can read on your own what does it consider as more than minimal risk. Yeah, so I just put it there on the slide, so you can just read through lah. Yeah, so banyak sebenarnya. Contohnya indigenous people with exceptional ability, contohnya children with dyslexia ke, children with some disability. Kalau misal kata your participant are among the autistic children, that is considered as more than minimal risk. Yeah. Okay, carry on, Dr. Leah. Including refugees, yeah, sex workers and so on. Alright, so people traumatized experience pun considered as more than more than minimal risk. Okay. Alright, Dr. Leah. Okay, right. So next, Dr. Lia, so this is basically, all right, so this is basically you type at the search bar in the website, REC UiTM. Okay, Dr. Lia, next. Okay, you see that? All right, so this is a website. Okay, where should you go? Next, Dr. Lia. Okay, you see that application, right? So there are a few there. So don't get it wrong. You have to get the next one, which is the blue one. The third one, the third layer. Yes, the third one. So that is the one that you need to access. That is the borang that you need to download. Not the earlier one, because the earlier one is meant for the postgrad student. Yeah, the one that we have discussed previously. Yeah, the old form, but it's still being used by the postgraduate by research. Okay, Dr. Lia, next.
Ada beza banyak ke kat situ, Dr. Sila?
Dia content tak beza, dia collapsekan saja, they make it only a few forms, but then the content still the same. So I was
Untuk
like,
undergraduate ni?
that's the thing. Tapi tak nak kita kena follow juga, because that is already because that is what they ask us to follow kan. So ini adalah borang-borang dia. You see that there is a FBARC, there are 3, 4, 6 over here. So satu tu adalah reference. Tak perlu Dr. Lia. Okay, you see that? The first one is reference, the second one is a flow chart. Okay, the third one, yang bulat-bulat and third one on the right side too, that is application form 1. So if you see that the next one, application 2. Okay, tak apa Dr. Lia, going down, the next slide. Okay, so then this one refer to the previous slide, yeah. So what you need to have is basically the most important one is FBREC1 application form, whereby kalau ikutkan previous punya borang, dia collapsekan together a few borangs into one borang now, and it become FBREC1. Okay, and then FBREC2 participant information sheet. Kalau yang previously, if I'm not mistaken, it is known as REC4, yeah. And then FBREC3 ASIN form, just in case if your participant are among the individuals who are below than 18 years old, then you need to fill in the ASIN form. Kalau tak, misal kata your participant are among your own friends, yeah, the college students and then lecturers, teachers in school, for example, so they don't have to fill ASIN form. Anyone start with less than 18 years old, then you have to fill the ASIN form, yeah, FBREC3. Okay, the next one, FBREC 11, this is exemption from review, does not involve humans. Contohnya kalau your work is macam contoh art student, you are doing art appreciation, you look at artworks and then you do some research on the artwork itself, not on the human, then you can fill in the BRC 11, yeah, exemption from review. So you don't have to fill in borang number 1 and number 2, REC1 and REC2 tu tak payah. Yeah, so just fill in REC2, 11, sorry, together with your proposal. Student sama juga macam contohnya saya pernah dapat review for cooking book. Yeah, the students is doing about analysis on cooking book. So dia tak perlu go through the first and 2, excuse me, first and 2 punya application form. So just exempted. Yeah, so exempted from, but have to fill in lah the REC 11, yeah, an exemption form for for review. Yeah. All right, and then the last one, please make sure you need to have attachment, your proposal, instrument for data collection, yeah, must be included. Yeah, remember that. For BREC 11, yeah, for those exempted, you still need to enclose or attach your punya proposal. Okay, bukan isi borang saja and then submit, tapi you have to fill in the proposal. So, okay, Dr. Lia, next one. Okay, so bawah-bawah tu just klik je Dr. Lia, ya. So if you go through the website, you see some of these documents. Yeah, these are the reference documents that REC UiTM are using, and then they come up with the guideline for us lah. Yeah, so you can, kalau rajin baca lah, ya, it's a good thing for you to read lah, so to know about what is research ethics. Continue Dr. Lia, it's almost just dah nak habis dah. Okay, right, carry on. So ini adalah all the documents where you can find from the website. All right, so there's the references and then, okay. So I said thank you, but thank you lagi because I need to go through with you all the forms, yeah? All right, okay, all right, so here, right. So now what I'm going to go through with you, yeah, since you're familiar with the borang, so I'm just going to go through with you very quickly. Yeah, kita pun masih ada lagi until 10 o'clock, 10:30 ya, okay?
I thought sharing ke?
Ya, you stop sharing, Dr. Lia.
Okay.
So, saya akan tunjukkan all the borang-borang. So, don't be surprised, going to be a similar one. Yeah, not, but it has been collapsed and the other like eliminate here and there a little bit. Okay.
Baguslah diorang dah pernah dengar, so it should be quick lah.
Yes,
It's
it
a
should be
review
quick.
kan.
Betul. And if you get any questions here you would like to ask, by all means you can ask. Yeah, don't hesitate to ask. Okay, let me just show you the notes. Director. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm going to show it with you now. Tapi saya mohon sangat student ya, nanti bila you fill in the form, please make sure cuba elakkan errors ya. And kalau biasa ni sebelum ni tanpa ethics approval, student bila they go and see the supervisor with their proposal, banyak masalah dari segi language. Yeah. So when you want to submit for ethics approval, kena baiki language tersebut. Okay, so tak boleh nak you from your EDU 540 previously, from your research punya research method punya class, those correction that need to be done tapi you tak buat, lepas tu you attachkan proposal yang sama and then you fill in you punya borang ni dengan just copy and paste daripada previous proposal. I think there were some problems that will occur later on, and the big chance that you'll be receiving back you punya application form for you to do the correction. So just to inform you and to let you be prepared, please make sure when you fill in the form, because I'm not the one gonna will be reviewing your paper. There will be some other reviewer, and they are concerned about regarding this matter, because this is actually what is being expected by RECU ITM. Okay, all right. Okay, now let us just go through this. Okay, alright, so benda ni sama dengan REC1, the one that you have filled in before. Okay, so benda-benda ni semua sama. Okay, if you can't remember, just tengok yang red ni lah ya, red nota kat sini ni, the one that I fill in. So you just can refer to that for your guideline, for your to fill in the form. Okay. Alright, so di sini di mana if you use interviews and questionnaires, just tick je lah dua-dua sekali atau any types ya. So just click. So you don't have to worry kalau tersilap sikit ke, tapi basically if you use if it is quite obvious that you use questionnaire, just click questionnaire. Is it obvious interview, just click. Yang lain-lain ni tak faham tak apa ya, personal records ke, intervention study ke, apa benda semua yang lain tu, don't worry so much about it. Just click apa yang very obvious that you do for your proposal. Yeah, for you to how you carry on your research. Okay, di sini kan the background ni hari tu saya tak pasti sama ada saya penjelaskan ke tidak. Tapi here please because in your proposal to definitely you have large a few pages perhaps or a few paragraphs of background. Jangan ambil semua berdebuk copy and paste, you put it over here. Just explain very briefly, like one paragraph will be just enough, and just put it there as a background and then your problem statement. Jangan panjang-panjang, okay? Right? So be selective lah what you want to put in your background and as well as your problem statement. And then your references here must be referring to the one that you have in your background kat sini. Kalau you ada references, put it lah a few references kat sini kan. What do you write your background here? So your references, kalau ada 3 references kat background, tulis yang references you 3 saja. Bukannya you copy and paste references your proposal and you put all the list over here, tapi dalam background you kat sini, in your written work tak ada. Okay? Right. Then research objective, use 1, 2, 3, macam you punya proposal. Okay? Expected benefits, your significance of study, semua-semua tu. Okay. Right. Okay, so you can baca ni, at least 2 semesters for you to embark. Give it like sekarang. Kalau you nak fill in the borang sekarang, maksudnya date of research commencement end. So you start from this semester until the following semester, semester 8. So 2 semester lah kat sini. Okay. Alright, then kat sini jangkaan tarikh pengumpulan data. So if let's say you send it now, 2 weeks, lepas tu go for review. So estimation about 1 month lah untuk review and then patah balik ke masuk meeting dan sebagainya. So to be on the safe side, you put it 1 month. Sebab sekarang ni 7 semester, katakan kalau you collect data dalam sekolah pun, maksudnya masih ada masa for you to collect the data within 1 month from now. Lebih kurang macam tu. Okay, so just estimate the time. Okay, location of research please be specific. Jangan kata Selangor saja, jangan kata Kelang saja. You kena guess lah, you agak-agak kat mana specifically you nak collect the data. Kalau misalkan kat sekolah, sekolah mendengar section 24 contohnya. So that is where you get your participants. So write it down there. Be specific on that matter. Okay, and then research design, jangan kata just survey, just don't write like quantitative research or qualitative research. Tulislah seperti apa you have already in your proposal. You highlight it in your proposal. Your research will be in the form of questionnaire. It will be quantitative study by using questionnaire. Kalau you nak add on questionnaire adapted from where, so just write it down there. Alright. Okay, inclusion exclusion criteria. Kat sini maybe you confused a bit. So participant you siapa? Umur berapa? Siapa dia? Student tu kata kalau misalnya your friend as your participant. Student call PJK student. So exclusion criteria that's a student lah. So siapa is your participant? So write down as the inclusion criteria. So dalam population tu siapa pula exclusion dia? So dalam kalau faculty education, if TESA student is not your punya participant, sciences student are not your participant, so just write exclusion criteria, TESA student, sciences student. Inclusion criteria, PJK student and art student of the age of certain. So those are your participant, all right? Whereby you have your samples, right? Your proposals, you write down who are your samples there, in your inclusion criteria. Tak payah panjang-panjang. And then sample size pun, you ada macam you dah belajar research method. Kalau misal kata you punya qualitative study selalu tak perlukan ramai 3 orang 5 orang, so you just put it as a sample size. This is a qualitative study, so this is the sample size is 5 contohnya. But kalau it's a quantitative study, you kenalah mention sample size you berapa, macam mana you get the sample size, KJ Morgan ke dan sebagainya. So you have learned that in your research method previously. So pengiraan ni you mention lah by using the KJ Morgan, so this is how you get the, tak payah nak buat yang calculation yang tu kan, sebab you already have the table. So based on KJ Morgan, so this is how we got the sample size. Okay, and then flow chart di sini just simply to say how is your research from your you start off and then you collect the data and then you analyze and then you write your punya research. Okay, alright. Statistik, so you gunakan apa, descriptive statistik ke atau inferential ke, so t-test, ANOVA and so on and so forth. So just write it down in statistical analysis. Kalau qualitative study, you have learned also in your research method class, so maybe that you're using analysis using thematic themes, so write it down there. Okay. Alright, funding details, I don't think so you have any funding for an undergrad student. Okay, just carry on. And then write down your applicants, you as an applicant here. So student ID, remember all this. Position student lah Okay, affiliation semua tak ada. Supervisor siapa, please write down your supervisor. And please remember that you need to sign your date and as well as your supervisor need to sign. So in other words, meaning that you need to show this borang, this application form for your supervisor to check. Everything is fine, then she signed and then dated. Okay. Alright, co-researcher tak apa, ni tak perlu because you don't have any co-researcher because you're doing the work, your AE individually. So co-researcher ni tak perlu Alright, so this one dia dah collapse kan. This is actually from REC research classification, if I'm not mistaken, REC 2 or 3, REC 3, sorry. It was actually from REC 3. Please answer each item in REC 3. Form by selecting ticket. Okay, sorry. So this one I need to buang. So it's actually this one. They collapse together in this, It actually is from REC3, the previous borang. So they added together, yeah, they collapse it together in this BRC1. Okay, so you just tengok, you click, you tick yang mana perlu, right, basically. Okay, kalau misal kata yes, under 18, just describe briefly siapa you punya participant. Okay, kalau tak ada, no, semua no. Okay, baca elok-elok, ya jangan menghentam je isi. Okay, so itu bahagian, sisi drugs semua ni tak adalah kita kan, ya. Yeah? Okay, are there any other ethical issues not stated in checklist? Kalau ada, just read down. Kalau tak ada, tak payah. And then, alright. So this one is actually taken from REC 4 ke? REC 4, if I'm not mistaken. REC 3, yeah? No, 2, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, sorry. This is REC 5. Yeah, taken from previous one. It was REC 5. So read through, yeah, very carefully, just to remind you again. Or required documents must be submitted within 2 months before the data collection. Okay, all right. Not to worry about that. You have to follow the process of our faculty. Okay, submission of all forms prescribed by REC must be in English. Okay, with exception of research conducted in other languages. Okay, itu contohnya kalau misal kata student yang buat Arabic, ya, from ASIS contohnya, atau APB ada student yang taking Arabic, ataupun students who are doing their major in Bahasa Melayu also in APB. So that is a different story. So basically our students in faculty semua menggunakan bahasa English kan, yeah. So using English, so you need to fill in the form, yeah, as of being prescribed, yeah. Any data collection instrument that require completion by respondent must be prepared in both Malay and English languages and other languages understood by the participant. So you're not going to use Chinese language whatsoever, but if you do, you also need to attach that as well. Right? So maksudnya di sini, if you punya questionnaire in English, you have to translate it in Malay. Okay, because you have to put in mind that your participant will be in a various background. Even though you rasa macam nak kasih pada Melayu saja, tapi your research is actually generally about, does not mention whether you punya participant is only Malay ataupun only English. Yeah. So your participant can be your friends who also good in English. So that's why they ask you to put it in both languages, Malay and English, if your research generally meant for the general population, the general samples lah, yeah. Okay. So that's about it. And then take all these things, yeah, the requirement, and sign, and also make sure supervisor's signatures. You see that there are 2 signatures for the supervisor already. So don't forget this, yeah. Nanti you tertinggal nak refer balik pada supervisor, yeah. Okay, and the last one whereby the reviewer, the committee, the faculty will endorse here by saying whether yours will be minimal risk ataupun more than minimal risk, as what we have discussed basically a bit on in the PowerPoint just now. Okay, and they will be signed by us lah kat sini kat faculty. Okay, so that's about FBERC1. Ada apa-apa soalan ke? Any question, student? Tak ada ya? Okay, so kalau tak ada soalan, saya masuk kepada BERC2. So saya tutup yang ni. Save. Okay, ini draft flowchart. Belum lagi proper. Okay, let's see this one. Ini nanti nota-nota ni saya kasih nanti pada Dr. Lia dan Dr. Yati. Okay, so this one, the BERC2 is participant information sheet. If I'm not mistaken, it was actually from REC4. Yeah. Okay, so here, include both Malay and English. It is highlighted here. Must be filled in both languages. If the study population does not understand either Malay or English, include the version in the spoken language of the population, Chinese ke, Tamil ke, and so on. Yeah. Okay, ensure the versions in all languages carry the same meaning. Please use non-expert language. So here, remember that please use non-expert language. Do not include technical jargon. So participant information sheet ni sebenarnya purpose dia adalah untuk diberi kepada participant. Yeah, there is ada banyak cases sebenarnya, ya. They just ambil directly daripada proposal dengan jargon, dengan bombastic words and so on, and put it here. Because this information sheet is actually meant to be given to the participant. And then participant tu pula adalah sekolah rendah contohnya. So it does not tally, does not fit with this. So you have to ensure that this information sheet is readable, is understood, must be understood by the participant. Okay, so you need to fill all this, right? Okay, also that kat sini just highlight kat sini lah participant in research or participant in this research entirely voluntary. So yang ini you tak perlu buang. Yang ini just leave it like this. Tapi tak payah highlight lah, saya highlight je kat sini. Okay, so don't put it in what color, it's aqua color kat sini. So leave this one as it is. Because there's the right of the participant to not continue with your research. You cannot force. Okay, so you have learned that in research method as well. Okay, alright, ini pun just leave it. Okay, now state the risk involved. Briefly explain risk if any of the in any of the subject, minimal discomfort during procedure, time consuming protocol, seperti itu the protocol. Contohnya kalau PJK student, dia memerlukan student participant ni untuk jogging, contohnya. So you have to tell little bit kat situ lah. Mungkin dia akan penat, dia akan explain little bit. Kalau you itu maksudnya using experiment, certain like experiment method, something like that. Okay, so you have to ensure you write it down there. Okay, so whereby bila participant baca, dia akan sedar bahawa okay, in meanwhile you are collecting the data, this might expected to happen, right? Tapi seandainya you just simply like using questionnaire ataupun using interview, so rasanya kat situ tak perlulah, no risk, tulis kat situ no risk. Tapi katakan you punya questionnaire tu berjela-jela sampai 20 pages, so kenalah tulis kat situ it take a while for the participant to fill in the questionnaire because the questionnaire has 20 pages contohnya kat situ. Okay, alright. Okay, ini pun biarkan. Your information be kept confidential by investigators, will not be made public. So tinggalkan. Okay, just leave it as it is. Okay, now remember to state the name of the investigator, you as the researcher. Tulis nama you kat sini, lepas tu your phone number, don't forget. Benda kecil kat sini pun menyebabkan this form will be written back to the applicants, meaning you. So please don't forget to write down your name and your phone number. I don't want that because these small things that you have forgotten, the borang will be written back to you. Okay, right. Okay, yang lain-lain ni just leave it because yang bahagian yang ini akan diisi kemudian waktu you collect the data. Okay, right. So that was in English and this one is in Malay. So you kena translatekan in Malay, and if let's say because there are cases whereby student using Google Translate, okay lah, fine lah, Google Translate. Tetapi Google Translate ni dia ambil sebiji-sebiji, dia copy and paste and put it there, and we see that there are a lot of errors. So you have to correct you punya Google Translation tu lah Check any errors, anything be it in Malay or be it in English. Okay. Right, so again here, don't forget also to fill in you punya nama dan juga your phone number. So both versions, the Malay and as well as the English version. So this one just leave it. Okay, that is BREC2. Any question? Okay, I take it no question. Alright, so kita masuk pada ada dua lagi borang Okay, so this is on the essence form. Essence form tadi saya kata apa Essence form for the individuals or the participant who are less than 18 years old. If research subjects are below 18 years of age, which is called as minor, an essence form is required. So this is the essence form. Alright, and essence kalau ikutkan REC lama, REC 12. REC 12. So now dijadikan BERC 3. Assent is defined as a minor affirmative agreement to participate. It is similar to subject information sheet. So sama lebih kurang tadi, tapi this one is for minor lah Okay, for participants less than 18 years old. Maksudnya dua-dua kena isi. Yang BRC 2 tadi kena isi, BRC 3 pun kena isi if your participant is less than 18 years old. It is similar to subject information sheet yang tadi tu, BARC2, but use simpler age appropriate language which can be understood before a decision for participant is made by the minor. Because ialah pelajar kan, sekolah kan, especially di sekolah rendah tu lagi lah So consent from parents or legally acceptable representative, LLR, overrides the decision of the minor when it involves the safety and well-being of the minor. So let's say that you dah isi semua, lepas tu you ada ASN form ni semua, tapi suddenly the parents kata tak boleh, anak saya tak dibenarkan to involve in your research. So you cannot lah, you cannot force. You cannot force the mother, you cannot the parents or the LAR, you cannot force the participant. So you have to stop. Yeah, so you have to bear in mind all those things, yeah, because when you carry that research, you cannot force the participant. Okay, so again, this one must be a very simple language. Jangan cut and paste daripada proposal. Simplified, simple one, simple paragraphs, simple words. Okay, all right. It also has two, both languages, BM and as well as English. Isi dua-dua. Nanti you terlupa isi salah satu, the form will be written back to you. Dia punya flow akan lebih panjang. Tempoh masa akan jadi lebih panjang. So we want to avoid that. I would like to avoid that very, very much. So please, please cooperate with this. Okay, habis SN form, then the last form. Okay, happy. Let us go into the last form, which is exemption form. Okay. I note the share content. Okay, all right. So this exemption form, just in case of what we have detailed, not today detail lah, tapi ada explanation tadi, what is a, did I mention anything about exemption form tadi? Oh, tak apa. All right. Oh, yes, I did. Contohnya macam, you nak buat artwork, you nak buat assess the cooking, ataupun you nak assess apa tu, WhatsApp, because whatever is meant by general is meant for the public. Contohnya social media tu, yang you felt that memang orang lain akan baca, bukan you seorang saja, so that is for general public. Tetapi misal kata you access you alone and then there's some sort of I don't know how, required some sort of permission whatsoever from the person that you are reviewing. So that means that you are involving the person that of apa tu for you to collect the data. Okay, so otherwise will be exempted lah, so you fill this borang. Please attach a copy of the research proposal. So remember that, in all application, remember you need to attach your proposal and as well as your instrument. Okay, alright. So kalau yang ini, okay, you attach your proposal. Okay, so write down, this is your executive summaries, your research justification and so on, right? Okay, so you have to tick this one, justification for exemption from ethical review, tick where applicable can be more than one. Okay, kenapa you punya research should be exempted, from the review, and then for you to fill in the form. So in this sense, bila you submit this borang, you submit this exemption from review, so you punya borang akan terus masuk ke dalam meeting. Okay, tapi kalau misal kata you follow if your research proposal follows that's what we have discussed just now, so you will go into the reviewer will go through and then the next process. Okay, so you can tick any, this research does not involve human participant, human tissue or biological, so tick this one. Okay, does not collect sensitive, identify secondary data or individual, so you can tick this one. Okay, and then by using meta-analysis ke ataupun you review books contohnya, a few books, right, does not requires, so human interaction in that sense. For you to interview the author, so fine, so just fill in any of these, which is relevant. Okay, all right, market survey, this is a general punya opinion, right? Filming, documentary, videos, and so on, which is for the general public. Like for example, my student at now they are doing, they are viewing 3 videos on the exceptional individuals for them to do their assignment. So they do not have to fill in for that. Of course lah, this is at the level of the research coursework. Tapi contohnya, kalau you want to do that for your research, for your AE, so in that sense, tak perlu because it's meant for the general public, the video in the YouTube and so on. Okay, alright. Itu saja. So this is a reference to this one. What is it by sensitive here? So sensitive can be denoting this one lah here. Okay, and then fill in your name, your supervisor again, because this one is the only borang yang you kena fill in. Okay, let your supervisor go through and that's it. Okay, so we are done with all the 4 borams. So for those, again to recap, for those who go through the usual processes whereby you're using the human, your people for your, as a participant in your research, you have to fill in BERC 1 and 2. Yeah, 1 and 2. Right, and in the case whereby you punya participant is less than 18 years old, you have to fill in BREC 3 for the assessment form for the minor. And for those who does not involve human, okay, so you punya research only have to fill in the only borang tadi tu, which is exemption form. Okay, right. Ada apa-apa soalan? Any questions, student? Clear ke? Tak clear ke? Ke confused ke? Alright, thank you, Mariani. Okay. Miroso, please, yeah. Within these 2 weeks' time, okay, you are attending for pre-practicum and you have some time later on before you go for your practicum later on. See, look into, download this form. Oh, saya lupa ya. How you go about, okay, kejap ya. Ni tadi. Alright, so you nak, okay, type RECUITM, okay. Kita practical sikit, RECUITM. Klik kat sini, UITM Research Ethics Committee. Okay, seperti apa yang saya tunjuk dalam PowerPoint slide tadi. Okay, go to application. Okay, pergi je ke application, you will see, alright. So you click this one, CRC, AFR, BRC form. Okay, so this one, you'll see this, all things. So you download this one, application form 1, application form 2. Kalau perlu ASCENT, kalau tidak perlu mana-mana, flow BRC4. So you download the borang. Okay, so nanti tak adalah, nanti ramai-ramai pergi tanya Dr. Yati mana nak dapat borang? So this is where you get your borang from. So just type RECUITM and then you go to the application, see this one, and then you get the whole borang over here. Okay, alright. I did not share tadi Saya cakap seseorang pula. Hello student.
Okay.
Hello, tadi saya tersilap saya cakap saya tak tunjukkan saya tunjuk website tapi saya tak share. Allah. Tapi tak apalah so you go to RECUITM, lepas tu kat application you klik kat BERC tu, lepas tu kat situ you akan nampak yang bulat-bulat tadi tu, cari application form yang sesuai. Application 1, 2 ataupun 3 ataupun the last one which is exempted. Okay, ada apa-apa soalan? Kita dah 10:15. Tak ada? I have question, for example, after submit the application, there is a bit of a Okay. All right. Nur Aisha, your question is that I have question, for example, after submitting the application, there's a big change here and there, such as title, data collection, or sample. Is it okay or need to submit a new one? So long as you tak involvekan participant yang berubah terus. Yang berubah contohnya they are considered under the more than minimum risk. Tiba-tiba you terfikir nak buat autistic children pula. So itu memang kena renew balik. You kena refill balik borang. Tapi kalau misal kata you punya title berubah sikit and then you data collection you mungkin daripada questionnaire you nak tambah interview ataupun sample you tambah sikit lagi ke, tak apa. Okay, you don't have to submit a new one. Okay. Alright, ada apa-apa soalan lagi? Okay, tak ada soalan nampaknya. Okay, tapi bolehlah insyaAllah if you got any question, you ini nombor saya lah 013-363-1205. Okay, you just in case if you have any further questions. Tapi hopefully that I've already explained you well just now. Okay, insyaAllah. Okay, so that is my number. Ya, kalau saya lambat jawab tu minta maaf je lah ya. Mungkin later on tu saya jawab lah, saya ada things to do kan. Right, so insyaAllah ya, whichever ways that can help you, I will help you insyaAllah. Okay, alright, so saya rasa itu saja daripada saya, Dr. Lia.
Okay.
Tak berani
Alright.
nak on video. Lagging lagi.
Okay, Alhamdulillah. Thank you very much, Dr. Sila. Tak ada soalan ke? Ada soalan dari siapa-siapa tentang
Rasanya tak ada dah kot. Semua
orang
dah.
ni ya. So maksudnya mereka ni kena
clapping
isi
hand.
borang.
Semua dah clapping hand.
Mereka kena isi borang REC ni lah ya.
Ya, betul-betul. Do it fast lah ya, sebab you masih ada masa lagi ni sebelum you start your practicum. So go through properly, isi baik-baik, make sure that jangan hentam-hentam saja sebab very minor things pun akan return balik. Saya tak nak benda-benda tu berlaku ya, because it cost time for you students and as well as the reviewer as well. Ya. Sebab itu adalah memang the process that is happening in the REC your ITM up the hill. Itu yang saya go through ya. Right, so do your level best ya. As specific as possible, okay, as what we have explained just now lah, yang saya dah explain tadi, dan insyaAllah saya akan pass the information to Dr. Lia, PowerPoint saya dan juga the file-files yang saya share tadi lah. Alright, so sebelum saya pass pada Dr. Lia, saya wish all the students all the best, selamat menyambut Ramadan. Mohon maaf daripada saya, yang terbaik datang daripada Allah, kekurangan daripada diri saya sendiri. So all the best. Assalamualaikum. Okay, Dr. Lia.
Waalaikumsalam. Jangan lari dulu.
Tak lari, ada kat sini. Just nak cakap aja, menyampaikan saja.
Okay, alright. Thank you Dr. Sila. Saya ada soalan untuk Dr. Sila ni. So
ya, boleh.
These students, ada deadline untuk mereka submit the forms?
Okey, seperti saya dah discusskan dengan Dr. Yati tadi. Okey, nanti insyaAllah Dr. Yati akan keluarkan memo juga. Kita kasih daripada tempoh sekarang ya until 2 minggu lagi. So the last day will be 2 weeks from now. Yeah, 2 weeks from now, so as that the process tu kita boleh speed up little bit lah. I mean like not to say speed up, tapi maksudnya the process will go smoothly. So they will return back, yeah, they get the endorsement of letter of endorsement for them to carry out the research.
Okay, so please take note students because I think I am not sure whether you have contacted your supervisor. Saya cuba tulis sikit. Dah ada ke contact supervisor AE? Or assign to supervisor?
Ya,
Have you?
Assalamualaikum Doktor.
Ya, okay, salam.
Saya Nadira dari Cosmet nak tanya. Kan kena submit the title apa semua, borang apa semua ni kan dalam within 2 weeks. Tapi macam title, problem statement apa semua tu kita ambil daripada yang EDU 540 ke?
Proposal betul.
Stick je dengan tajuk tu ataupun buat yang baru? Sebab saya tak bincang lagi dengan supervisor sebenarnya.
Itulah soalan cepu mas saya tadi ya. Kalau kita dah ada program yang dah contact supervisor, insyaAllah memanglah you all gunakan proposal yang dibuat semasa research method ya. Kalau dia ada 2 option lah, kalau you and the supervisor kata okay, go ahead with the proposal yang sedia ada, alhamdulillah you can just copy paste and get information from the proposal, masukkan dalam borang-borang REC ni ya. Tetapi katalah masa proposal dulu buat main-main ke ataupun ada benda nak tukar ke ya, so you boleh discuss dengan supervisor, tapi kena cepat sikit lah ya, supaya boleh isi dalam borang REC tu semua benda-benda yang you nak tukar tu sekali lalu. Maksudnya proposal pun kena updatekan sikit. Ya, so that's why semasa kelas research method saya selalu pesan student kalau boleh buat yang proposal betul-betul you nak buat supaya nanti semester 7, 8 dah tak payah tukar-tukar lagi ya. Tetapi sekali-sekala ada juga kalangan you all yang nak tukar sikit topik lah, nak tukar sikit lagipun nak adjust dari face to face ke online lah or vice versa ya. So you need to contact your supervisor. Alright, dan selalunya supervisor supervisor practicum adalah juga supervisor AE. This is mostly true for program sains, tak silap saya ya. Tetapi program lain saya tak pasti sangat ya. Pada satu masa dulu kita decide nak mudah tak pening kepala, lecturer akan dapat student yang dia supervise untuk practicum at the same time untuk AE. Tapi wallahualam, whatever, kalau yang dapat lain lecturer pun tak kisahlah, maksudnya you just contact your supervisor. Untuk program sciences, boleh tanya pada Puan Nurizan, dah ada tak nama ya, saya rasa sama, hari tu saya dapatlah senarai tu, sama lecturer yang supervise practicum adalah lecturer yang supervise AE, but you just tanya Puan Nurizan ya, dan bila dah dapat nama tu cepat-cepat boleh contact supervisor untuk tanya, show your proposal and get it approved ke nak tukar ke apa, supaya you boleh sama-sama minta bantuan mereka untuk check your REC form. Okay ke? Soalan lagi?
Tak ada apa-apa soalan. Sebab kat situ ada yang kata SB tak dapat lagi ya.
Ini program sains lah. Saya rasa sebenarnya silap saya juga tu. Puan Nuriza ada minta saya senarai lecturer sebab program sains ambil supervisor Dr. Sila daripada department kita.
Ya betul.
Ramai kan. So yang itu saya je buat jadual waktu lah. Lupa je nak assign. So ada kelambatan sikit di situ. Tapi saya dah bagi. So please you contact Puan Nurizan ya untuk double check.
Okay student, macam ni ya. Tadi saya kata dalam tempoh 2 minggu kan, dari time frame dia. You try your very best sebab the thing is that saya pun terpaksa buat briefing. Baru saya teringat, saya terpaksa buat briefing juga untuk pensyarah-pensyarah. Ya, sebab nanti ada yang mungkin akan terperanjat jugalah. Dia kata, bila pula ni? Macam tu lebih kurang lah. So I have to do briefing sebab benda ni baru sangat ya. Minta maaf student ya, because it's so new. There's so many things that we have to do ya. And then and hopefully but in the future nanti it will become better lah. All the process become better. It's just to initiate this at the beginning ni. Yeah, we have to settle down with a lot of things. Yeah, so you have to bear with it.
Pensyarah pun keliru juga sebab dia batch ramai kan.
Ya,
So
betul.
kita supervisor batch 8 ke, batch 7 ke, so kita pun pening juga.
Okay, so kalau how ya, mungkin sebab saya tak buat briefing lagi dengan pensyarah ni ya. And then pensyarah pun sekarang dah starting classes dan nak find the suitable time ataupun how to go about with that lah nanti kena fikirkan juga.
I think
Okay.
sebelum taklimat Dr. Silas, these two students, they can nicely contact their supervisor and mention students that you need to fill in the REC form InsyaAllah Dr. Rosilawati will give taklimat soon, and maybe Dr. Sila pun at the same time boleh macam email dulu ke ataupun dalam WhatsApp beritahu yang benda ni supaya nanti bila student contact supervisor taklah macam apa ni kan. At the same time kita set date untuk taklimat pada pensyarah as soon as possible lah.
Yes, insyaAllah. Okay.
Okay, anything else students? Yes, so you please contact your supervisor and nicely inform them that you need to fill in the REC form and proceed to continue to discuss. Kalau pensyarah kata tak tahu pun betul ke apa ke, you just nicely say this is newly assigned, and then Dr. Rosilawati akan have a taklimat for the lecturer as soon as possible. Okay. Ada soalan?
Ada satu soalan
lain.
Okay, selain buat mengenai art etc, kami kena macam ni ya Hasanah. Alright, kalau it does not mean art sahaja, sesiapa saja from different program. Kalau misal kata you contohnya science student contohnya kan, and then you evaluate katakan research being conducted by other, and then you tengok beberapa articles and then you evaluate those articles. So meaning that you tak ada interact dengan human, tak ada interview, tak ada apa. So you also boleh exempted untuk from filling the REC 1 and 2. So you just dapatkan 4 je exempted. So di sini you have to evaluate punya research sendirilah, ya. Regardless whether they art ke atau mana-mana program sahaja yang tidak membabitkan you punya interaction dengan human. Yang tadi tu dalam yang RC 4 tadi dia ada explain kan apa benda-bendanya. So if you fit in that, so by all means isi borang 4. Kalau tak, memang you kena isi borang 1 dan 2. Yang tu 1 dan 2 tu memang wajib. Ya, 3 tu based on you punya participant lah, which are minors. Right? Okay.
Maksudnya regardless of, saya pula yang lebih bertanya.
Tak apa.
Regardless of dia buat respondents orang ke ataupun bukan orang, dia mesti isi borang
either 1, 2 wajib untuk kalau di involve with human, as I mentioned just now. 4 masih lagi dia perlu dia kena juga isi borang, tetapi borang 4 exempted kalau tidak involve directly dengan human being.
Respondents.
The respondents tu. Nanti kata video tu.
In short, semua orang pun kena isi lah borang REC ni.
Yes.
Okay.
Semua kena isi. Betul Dr. Lia.
Alright.
Thank you to clarify. Dah cakap banyak-banyak kali kan dia berulang-ulang.
Memang saya student ada berapa kali dengan Dr. Sila ni cakap pun tak faham-faham juga.
Tak apa sebab kita makin itulah bila get confused kan. Betul.
Betul.
Thank you Dr. Lia.
Lagi lah. Alright. Ada lagi soalan? Okay. So kalau tak faham tanyalah ya. Please bear with us and you all pun betul tanyalah soalan, no problem, kita cuba jawab dan kita pun cuba membuat benda ni as smooth as possible lah. As Dr. Sila kata, this is a new thing, so proses tu masih kelang kabut. Okey, kalau tak ada apa-apa lagi, saya ucapkan terima kasih banyak-banyak kepada Dr. Rosilawati Sueb for spending time with us today ya. InsyaAllah apa-apa boleh direct tanya pada Dr. Sila atau Dr. Nur Hayati ya. Tentang AE ya, dan kalau saya boleh bantu, insyaAllah kita akan conduct juga AE clinics ya, beberapa series. Last semester kita ada 4 siri topik daripada pengenalan, reminder of chapter 1 to 3, and then we talk about qualitative analysis and we talk about quantitative analysis ya. So throughout untuk AE clinic nanti kita akan ada separate bengkel juga. Okay, having said that, let's take a break ya. Untuk minum pagi dan sebagainya. Buat sendirilah kat dapur tu kan. And we meet again for the next session at 11 AM. Okay? Thank you very much everybody. Assalamualaikum. Have a nice day. Thank you Dr. Sila.
Take care. You're welcome Dr. Lia.
Okay.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.